Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. So the Lausanne Diamond League. Yes, we have quite a few Jamaicans that are representing here at this Lausanne meeting today. And a few of the events are already done and dusted. And I'm going to tell you exactly what went down. Now I'm going to kick things off with that women's 100 meters because I know everybody was looking forward to seeing what the young Tia Clayton would be able to do on the circuit here. And of course, we're looking for a major win from her. But she had Olympic finalists there with her, as well as world class athletes that have been there and performed well already. So she was always going to be, challenged. And track is this race was absolutely thrilling because the winner put on a clinic in terms of executing a solid 100-meter race, and that is Dina Asher-Smith. So Dina Asher-Smith walked away with the win running a 10.88 seconds. Now in second place was Tamari Davis. My eye was on her. My eye was definitely on her. 10.97. These were the only two athletes that dipped below 11 seconds, and Mujinga Kambunji was third, 11.06. No, Tia Clayton was fifth, and she ran 11.10 seconds. Now, what did I think about this race? Let's start with Dina. Where was this Dina at Paris? Dina, where did they? Waited there at Paris. Where was this performance in Paris? Where was this run? If you did a run to a Paris with a medal, Dina, but as I tell you, because Jackie, let me just tell you, I was just, kind of confused as it relates to the Dina I was watching, running that 200 meters, right before the Olympic Games. And I thought to myself, okay, you may not be all the way there for the 200, but you're definitely going to be, a strong challenger in the 100. Dina didn't even make the finals. I was actually shocked. I even had her over, Daryl Nita. Daryl Nita made the finals, was actually fourth, in the finals. As it relates to Dina, she didn't make it. And then on the back of that, she went on to run a blistering first leg. And I thought to myself, well, I thought you were in shape. I thought you were in very good shape. So I don't know what happened when you were running that 100 meters, but this Dina was MIA, right? And I'm glad this Dina turned up here to show that, yes, she's not over the hill yet. She's still, one of the top flight athletes, and nobody's just going to push her out of that position just yet. And I'm happy that she turned up and ran, fantastic here. Got a really great start, blazing start, left everybody from that first 30 and just kept moving away. Absolutely phenomenal. Tamari Davis came back towards the end of the race, or maybe based on the angle, because sometimes you're watching the angling of races and it looks like the athlete is way behind, but they're actually not, you know what I mean? But I thought I saw her coming through towards the end, right? So that's what happened there with a Tamari Davis. Now, as it relates to Tia Clayton, I thought she got a good enough start. It wasn't the best start. It wasn't that Tia rocket start that we've seen her, display, especially when we were at the national championships and we saw her really zoom out of the blocks when she clocked that 10.86. And then even at the Paris Olympic Games where she ran well, that 10.89, we still know that there's a better start there for Tia. So it wasn't the best, but it was okay because it was level with the likes of Mary Jose Talu, those athletes there. But when it came to Dina, Dina's start was just fire and it was gone, right? As it relates to the race for Tia in continuing, I didn't think she had the best dry phase. I thought she got up out of her dry phase too quickly, and as such, lost momentum quicker than most of the other athletes. We all know when it comes to these athletes that, their start is the major factor into how this race is going to go. Like a Shelley and Fraser Price, if they don't hit that start sometimes, then the race doesn't really go, as planned. So in this situation, or in this case with Tia Clayton, I thought her dry phase was a bit rushed given the fact that she got up a bit quicker than I thought she should have, given we know where everybody else was rising. So with that being said, lost momentum, I thought, and placed fifth in this race, but still a great look for her, heading into this Diamond League, or these last few Diamond Leagues here. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened in this 100 meters. So let's talk about this women's 100-meter hurdles and the amazingness that we have seen this year. And it has literally continued over, or spilled over from the Olympic Games straight back into the circuit, where the super athletes line up and face off against each other yet again. I mean, I believe 5 of the finalists at the Paris Olympic Games were in this Diamond League Lausanne lineup. Absolutely phenomenal. And the race definitely lived up to expectation. It was a fantastic fantastic race. And of course, our Jamaicans in the lineup, being Ackera Nugent and Danielle Williams, had great runs as well. Now, walking away with the win in this race was Jasmine Camacho Quinn. She was third in the Paris Olympic Games, or at the Paris Olympic Games. This time around, she wins, upsets the field, you would say, though I don't really consider this an upset because she was the defending Olympic champion, right? So she can always pull a win out anytime when she lines up. So she runs a season's best, or equals her season's best, 12.35 seconds. In second place was Grace Stark, and she ran a 12.38. I believe she was fifth in the Paris Olympic Games. Ackera Nugent, unfortunately, at Paris, she was eighth this time around, though, getting a solid race and runs at 12.38 as well. So similar time to a Grace Stark, only separated by the thousandth of a second. And as well, the second Jamaican in this field, Daniel Williams, ran 12.53 for fifth. Now, as it relates to Danielle Williams, clearly, unfortunately, she hit a bunch of hurdles in the semi and was not able to make it to the finals. Alicia Johnson, that was also in the finals, placed sixth here as well. Samba Mayela, who was a silver medalist. So two of the three medalists were actually in this lineup. She was second in Paris. Unfortunately, was seventh here. She seemingly got a great start, so not really sure what happened. Maybe she was celebrating too much, that silver medal, and wasn't ready to run quite just yet. A lot of people after the major championship, pretty much lock off, that, like, their bodies, their systems have said, okay, we've done it. You know what I mean? So when they head back to the circuit, sometimes you don't really see the same performance, and that's, pretty much understandable. As it relates to our Jamaicans, I thought we had better executions here, much cleaner hurdling. As a matter of fact, cleaner hurdling. That's what we love to see, clearly. For Ackera Nugent, she had a great hurdling, as I said. The only difference that I could spot between what separated those that finished, ahead of Ackera Nugent was who had a better start. Now, for me personally, Ackera Nugent had a good enough start. So did Danielle Williams as well. The start was good enough, but not the best. So Camacho Quinn came out, ahead, as well as, Grace Stark. Even as I said, Asamba Melo, that ended, in seventh place, was ahead. But for those athletes that get great starts in hurdles, it's really hard sometimes to reel them back in, especially if they have a great finishing speed as well. So that's what happened in this race. Grace Stark had great finishing speed. So does Jasmine Camacho Quinn. When we talk about top ends right now, so for me, this is a great follow-up run for Ackera Nugent, proving that yes, what happened in Paris was just a moment in time, not something to dwell on too long. Let's look to the next races. She ran at 12.28 at the national championships. Unfortunately, had a few setbacks heading into Paris. Didn't have her best run in there, but given what she comes in with, the type of foot speed, I'm expecting her, to continue to build on, what has been happening, especially after this particular run. Maybe we'll see her in a few more races, and then into 2025 as well. Same thing for Danielle Williams, right? Definitely want her to continue to work on, especially that end phase of her race, which is sometimes not the strongest. She always tends to get a good start. Didn't get the best start here, right? She got a good enough start. I thought she was, in line with where Ackera was. You know what I mean? So I thought it was great running. 12.53 is absolutely phenomenal. But it just goes to show you how great the hurdles is in 2024. As I said, personally, heading into Paris, I thought we could get two finals just from the set of girls that were there. And yet they continue to live up to expectations. Fantastic running, as I said. But yeah, let me know your thoughts now in the comment section below as it relates to this run. Like the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.